What is the worst thing that has ever happened to you in a relationship? I met my now ex-wife in 2018, and we married in 2022, the high point of a loving, fun, happy relationship. In 2023, she had a burst of success in her career as a stage actor, got a huge ego, and decided she could have whatever she wanted. So she started dating a female colleague of ours while we were, by her own admission, still happily married, fell in love, and decided she didn't want to be married to a man anymore. I went from happily kissing my wife every morning to realizing I needed to move out within a matter of days. This sucked, of course, but I'm not even getting started. Because this all went down while we were rehearsing for a stage show, we were starring in opposite each other. By the time the show opened, it was clear our marriage was over. Every night, twice a night on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I had to go through a scene where her character aggressively berates me, often with the audience joining in, then she forgives me, and we get married on stage. I did this 22 times while I knew my marriage was over. She was absolutely horrible about feeling out boundaries during this period, and not only did she bring her girlfriend to the show multiple times, they parked at a table right outside the dressing room, so the only way for me to get backstage was to walk by them or go straight through the audience. I was having uncontrollable crying fits and panic attacks between acts, and a couple of people even asked if I was abusive or cheating because they couldn't believe someone could be so vindictive. But she wasn't being vindictive. She's just a narcissist, and I was too shocked and traumatized to stick up for myself. On the last night of the show, I was freaking out and wishing I could just pilot my body like a mech suit and just stop feeling anything. And then it actually happened. My body was going to the right places. My voice was singing the right notes, but the world was so quiet I could hear my heartbeat. It was honestly awesome. Like my entire nervous system was finally giving me a break from being tortured for 2 weeks. I told my therapist about this, calling it my first flow state as a performer. She identified it as a dissociative episode, a symptom of PTSD. Then it happened a couple more times at different gigs, and it was way less awesome. The whole thing was by far the worst experience of my life, and it just kept going for 2.5 weeks until the show closed and I had to dive full steam into separating my life from the woman I was sure I'd grow old. I hear she's been leaning hard into cosplaying as a lesbian by getting a hideous buzz cut, which has screwed up her casting prospects. She also managed to get fired from her job for being a generally awful NPD person.